Hey guys, welcome to the Titanium Vault. I'm your host, RJ Bates III. And today's episode is called Stop Trying. So, as many of you know, we have started our new education program called the Titanium Crucible. It's a 2-day boot camp here in our office. We turn over all of our secrets, everything that we do inside of Titanium Investments. We show you all of our forms of lead generation, marketing, how we analyze properties, things along those lines. Well, the sales process that we built out for the Crucible itself allows me to have somewhere between a 15 to 30-minute consultation with each person that might be interested in signing up and attending the Crucible. And the first 5 to 7 minutes of that is basically me just asking the wholesalers, the investors that are interested, questions about their business to learn about what their needs are and specifically where they are in their journey. And one of the things that I've consistently heard from people as I'm asking them, like, what forms of marketing are you doing? Or what is your favorite exit strategy? Or things along those lines. I keep hearing, well, we've tried SMS, we've tried cold calling, we've tried direct mail, but none of them really seem to work. And so we're at this point now where we really have got to make a decision on what we're going to do and how we're going to proceed because we're really struggling right now. And so today when I was sitting down and I was thinking, okay, I want to record a new podcast and put something out and add as much value as I possibly can. What's a good topic to discuss? And this was fresh on my mind because I just kept hearing it over and over and over again. I mean, I would think in the past week, I've probably had somewhere close to 30 to 35 consultations. I would say out of that, somewhere in the range of 20 to 25, the people said, I've tried to do this, but it didn't work. And so this sticks out to me probably more so than most people because one of the many aspects of my journey with Pizza Hut and becoming a general manager there was we had a 2-day managers boot camp. And during that, they taught us, I believe it was 26 manager lessons. And each one of them kind of came with a card and with an image on it. And it was a topic that we were going to discuss. And one of those was called Untry. And it was basically all about stop trying and just take action. And so anytime I hear someone talk about how they're struggling inside their business, or they don't know what form of marketing to be doing, or they don't know what exit strategy is best for them, and they're using the word try, it leads me to stop trying. Like, why is that even a part of your mindset or your vocabulary where you're saying, hey, I tried direct mail? What does that mean? Because I know hundreds of investors that are consistent within direct mail. They've built out processes around that marketing channel. And in return, they've made hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars doing that. So it's not direct mail's fault. It's not SMS marketing's fault. It's not cold calling's fault. It's obviously somewhere internally within yourself or within your business that you just have to make the conscious decision and say, I'm going to stop trying and we're going to do direct mail, or we're going to do SMS marketing, or just like sitting there and making a decision like, hey, we're going to start buying rental properties. Stop saying that you're going to try to do it and just do it. Take that action that's necessary. Take the time to build the processes that best suit your business, your personalities, your manpower, your bandwidth around that marketing channel or that exit strategy. So as I was sitting here and I'm having these consultations, over the past week or so, and I'm having these pretty in-depth conversations about people's lives and their businesses. And the thing that's been kind of most eye-opening for me is how transparent and honest people are about really where they are within their journey. And it stood out to me that, hey, this is a huge issue, that there is a lack of focus and a lack of commitment within people in this industry. I don't know if it's shiny object syndrome. I mean, we had the Stop Searching for Unicorns episode a couple of weeks ago, which was basically about, hey, make a commitment to something. But now I'm sitting here and I'm thinking maybe this is a deeper rooted issue than just making a commitment to the system. Maybe you are making a commitment to the system, but you're not taking the time to say, we're not going to try this. We're going to do this. Case in point, when I did the 50-day challenge, I know I always go back and I talk about that, but that was a huge part of my life. I mean, sitting down and doing 8 to 12 hours a day for 53 days straight. I mean, I learned a lot of lessons and I want to share those with you guys. And one of those lessons that I learned is very early on, I made a decision that I was going to do this. I've shared the story about how when I brought this up to Cassie, she said, we haven't done deals in North Dakota. We haven't done deals in Wyoming, RJ. What if you're not successful in this? And I said, don't worry about that. I'm going to. If I dedicate myself to 8 to 12 hours a day, taking the actions that we use to acquire deals here in Fort Worth, Texas, or Phoenix, Arizona, or Honolulu, Hawaii, why wouldn't it work in Cheyenne, Wyoming, or Casper, Wyoming, or Fargo, North Dakota? And it did, except for Utah. But we don't like to talk about Utah around here. But point being is that I made the commitment to myself that I wasn't going to try to do something. I was just going to do it. Sometimes the power of the mind, just saying that to yourself and hearing how these people talk about it, they lack the confidence. They lack the confidence in understanding what marketing system to use, what marketing channel to go through. Maybe it's a budget issue. Maybe it's a confidence in closing deals. Maybe it's lack of knowledge of how to run numbers. That could be an underlying issue, but I think that the true deep-rooted issue there is the mindset of, hey, right now I'm going to try this. If the results aren't there, I'll just go somewhere else. I'll spend $3,000 on direct mail. And if I don't like it, then I'll go drop another $1,000 on cold calling because Brent Daniels told me to. And then Pace Morby seems like a cool guy, so I'll go try to buy some property subject to. I'm going to try them all. I think that is the deep-rooted issue that I see, is that it's a lack of commitment to saying, hey, I'm going to do this and I'm going to be successful with it. And like I said in the Stop Searching for Unicorns, making a commitment to, hey, this is the system that I'm going to use. And then mentally telling yourself, this is what I'm going to do and this is how I'm going to be successful doing it. So remove the word try from your vocabulary and from your mindset. Go out and say, I'm going to do this and it's going to work. And build those processes around that mindset. Take the action that's necessary for the success. I know that sounds simple, but are you actually doing it? Right now, if I told you, go out, use batch dialer, and start cold calling, I'm going to give you data right now. I'm going to upload it into your batch dialer. Are you going to take the time and the dedication it takes to actually be successful using that? Even though I sit here and say, we use batch dialer, we use this data, we use this script. If you follow this exactly, You'll get deals. You'll get the success that you're asking for. Are you going to take the time to sit down and figure out exactly how Batch Dialer works? Are you going to ask the appropriate questions during your onboarding call with Batch Dialer team? Are you going to follow through and do it for 8 to 10 hours a day? Because sometimes these are the promises that you tell other people that you'll do until that moment comes. That's the moment of truth. Now, are you going to try to do it, or are you just going to do it? Because again and again, I keep telling you people, hey, here are the systems that I use. Here are the results. You've seen me do the results live on the YouTube channel. I talk about them here on the podcast. Are you actually going to take the time and the effort and the energy to do it? Shout out to a kid out in Utah, Jordan Holt. He was watching my live video on Batch TV, and he asked me questions. He said, hey, RJ, I've been following you for a while. I'm doing exactly what you're doing on Batch Leads, and it's just not working. I said, what market are you in? He said, I'm in Utah. And I said, well, of course it's not working. It didn't work for me there either. But I'm not in Utah. That's not one of my main markets. So I haven't attempted to use any other form of marketing in Utah, but I know that there are big investors and there's big wholesalers out there that are making good money. So I know that there are forms of marketing that work out there. But if you were to ask me what you should do right now, the only advice that I could give him is let's pick an easier market for you. Let's get some deal flow going for you. You need the victories of getting a deal under contract and successfully getting it to closing. So I suggested go to Tulsa, Oklahoma. Now, instead of taking that and thinking about it and saying that he was all about taking action or anything like that, within a matter of a couple of days, he had already pulled the list, skip traced it, started texting, gotten leads, and then was messaging me saying, hey, can you help me analyze this? Could we potentially JV on this deal? And within, I believe, less than 10 days, he's under contract with his first deal in Tulsa, Oklahoma. That's not trying. That's doing. And that's what I want you guys to do. Whatever it is, whatever that struggle is that you have going on right now in your business, eliminate that in your mind of we're no longer going to try. Stop trying. It's no longer a part of your vocabulary. It's no longer a part of who you are. Just go out there and do it. That's all I got for you today, guys. If you enjoyed today's episode, make sure you leave us a 5-star review on iTunes. And if you're watching on YouTube, make sure you're subscribed to the channel. Also, give us a thumbs up. We'll see you guys next week. Thank you.